Yo, what's up, man? I'm hyped right now. I'm really hyped. And I might have to divide this video into like different parts, maybe. But I want to talk about this whole concept. Yo, again, I mean this without malice, but I disagree with all this penile policing that dudes out here trying to get at these brothers about it. This video is related to the video I put out previously, talking about that whole Dre Ball situation with his girl. Like, I seen some of the arguments that dudes try to use against me, dudes in general. I seen a lot of arguments that dudes use in general. Dudes would be like, cause Princess Peaches is screwing over the dude bros, and the dude bros they're leaving Princess Peaches, and the thing is, no, they're not. Like, where are the receipts for that? Dude bros are not leaving their women. Bottom Chef Brad is not leaving their women. As a matter of fact, the only thing you can point to is just guys on this MGTOW and red pill shit. And this is not to throw the MGTOW or red pill philosophy under the bus, or even dudes who follow it. But I'm just trying to make a point. I'm not here to throw white guys under the bus. I'm just using them to make a point. So I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just trying to make a point. We gotta keep it real. Like, this whole thing with red pill and MGTOW guys finally trying to talk about these women, the hypocrisies and the gonocracy of these women out here. That's a small minority. Like, that's like barely in the high single digits. I'm talking about, it's only like 7, maybe at the highest 9% of men in this country. And I'm talking about all together. Different backgrounds, ethnicity, and everything. That's just only barely a handful amount of men calling these chicks out on their crap, who are claiming to be like red pill and MGTOW, it more, whatever philosophy that people follow. So if you split that up, let's just keep it real. Like, in the dude bro community, the Anglo-Saxon community, there's only about a good 1% of red pill / MGTOW guys in the Anglo-Saxon community. As a matter of fact, most dudes in general, regardless of their background, are either blue pill or purple pill. Most guys are not red pill, but have this type of awareness that we have. Like, let's keep it a buck. On your job, or when you go to certain places like the grocery store or restaurant or certain events, do you hear a bunch of white guys talking about, all this red pill MGTOW stuff? You can just go ask a random dude bro, what MGTOW is, and he'll probably say no. He'll most likely say no. A lot of guys don't even know what MGTOW is or the red pill is. They might think you talking about the Matrix movie, or they don't even know what you talking about in general. So this whole thing where a lot of these guys that they're leaving Princess Peaches, they leaving Becky, that's not necessarily true. And the ones that are actually leaving, or they're just staying by themselves, staying mum, taking the red pill, going MGTOW, most of those guys are the throwaways. We have to be honest and keep it a butt. This is not to throw them under the bus, but we have to keep it real. Most of them are the throwaways, the guys that these chicks weren't even checking for at the beginning, or guys that wasn't really having luck in the mating scene, or they didn't stand a chance in the mating scene at the get-go. Anyway, not all, but some. And the other half are guys who actually saw the written on the wall, and they noticed a certain pattern of behaviors, and they just started doing research, and they said, I don't like what's going on. Screw it. I'm leaving these shits. I'm tired of this BS. And many of them, they had success or decent success, but they still decided just to walk away. So we have to be specific, going to description about this. But here's the thing about that. Many of these so-called red pill guys, like some of these dude bros, they're not the alpha Chad dudes. Like many of the alpha Chad dudes, most of them are blue pill or purple pill. It's only a select few red pill alpha Chad dudes. Most alpha Chad dudes are still messing with Becky. The select guys slash alpha Chad guys and the top 10-20% guys, they still mess with Becky. They're not leaving. Look what happened to Johnny Depp. And I'll admit, he got knocked out of the frame. He got screwed over by Becky. I'm not even going to lie. But guess what? He'll probably come back next year. Maybe somewhere in the middle of 2021 or around the summer. He'll come back out. Probably doing some kind of project. Get his little credibility back up. Because his name, his image got ruined a little bit. Though that incident he had with old girl, it really wasn't the best look for him. So he's probably going to stay out the limelight for a little while. Then slowly build himself back up. And guess what? The type of chicks he going to start dating. Becky. Princess bitches. So again, these guys aren't leaving. Even these millionaires slash billionaires, what type of females they with? These white guys, some of them might be with other chicks, but most of them, they'll probably have their fun with other chicks, then go back to their own female counterpart and have kids and have a family with. See, I believe a lot of you guys, y'all blowing this out of proportion. And this whole thing about, I heard this narrative too, that, these women, they were voting for Trump because these guys was leaving. They were threatening them to leave. And like, where's the receipts for that? We can only make speculations. I don't think they were threatening to leave. A lot of these guys was obviously going to do something. I think they were threatening to have a backlash. People might get, disowned and stuff like that. And another reason is that another YouTuber pointed this out, and I refuse to say his name because he cut SYSBM Traveling Bros throats. Same guys that used to support him. But he talked about how the reason why they voted for Trump was because it had nothing to do with the man. It was because if Hillary Clinton won, she was going to hold these women accountable. Real equality. And these women, bro, they didn't want that because they wanted the benefit of feminism without none of the responsibility. They want the privileges without none of the responsibilities, which really isn't real equality, but that's why they voted for Trump. At least that's one of the speculations. I don't think it had anything to do because guys were threatening to leave. Like, who said that? Where was it that these guys said, well, we're going to leave you women if you don't vote for Trump? So I think I pretty much discussed that topic, that, these guys, they're leaving Becky because Becky's screwing them over, which is really not true. Many of them are not leaving. Most of them are still staying. And y'all making it seem like that everything is just 100% on her and these dudes are just 100% innocent. Like, they ain't got no issues. Maybe she just tired of the dude and she ain't gonna deal with some of these dudes' crap. Cause a lot of these dudes, they'll leave and get with the Lin because they think Lin is gonna be more cooperative and more submissive and deal with they crap. And then my next argument is that, okay, so what? So what if she's doing the same thing to him? What that got to do with brothers? What go on between Anglo-Saxon dudes and females? What they got to do with brothers? And if you look at it from a different perspective, it can be, hey, chickens come on the roost. They did a lot of dirt to people, especially to the ADOS, so-called ADOS community, and now things come and bit them on the butt. Now they getting knocked out of the frame, and this really kills me. Like, some of you dudes don't really care about the dude bros like that. Y'all use, some of you dudes will usually say, well, oh well, that's what you get, chickens come on the roost. But when it's convenient, now you'll say, oh, look what's going on with the dude bros. It's happening to them. See? You see the hypocrisy there? You don't care about these guys, but when you want to use them, you'll use them against ebony bros who especially the ones that want to exercise their options and all that. And I think that's foul play. And that don't mean, okay, just because they getting knocked out of the frame by Stacy, don't mean that it's happening to brothers like that. And yeah, brothers got some bad experience with them. And yeah, brothers are getting knocked out of the frame by them. But like for the most part, brothers are not going to jail because of her or getting knocked out of the frame because of her. A lot of brothers are getting knocked out of the frame because of the struggle that, for the most part. So I can beat that argument right there based on compare and contrast. And I don't necessarily hear a lot of brothers say, this Princess Preacher, she's no good at all. She's just like the struggle that. And I'm not saying that every single one of them are perfect. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying I don't hear bad reviews from brothers like that. I only hear bad reviews from brothers who actually had bad experience, or a lot of these hope taps, woke taps. I don't hear brothers get bad reviews of these other chicks like that, except for this dagger, for the most part. And then you even have brothers that say the juice ain't worth a squeeze, and they're worth to just go overseas, period. So you can't say brothers are just glossing over on the dysfunction and the bad behavior and bad choices of these other chicks either, especially here in the States. I mean, you got mad bus driver. He's showing receipts. Instagram. I can go on Instagram right now and I follow people who be showing receipts with people and brothers, with brothers who's about that life, who live in that lifestyle, that SYSBM traveling bro lifestyle. They're showing receipts. They're not getting knocked out of frame or getting emasculated or, oh, they're doing it to them too. I'm not saying that. And to go back on the video I made previously about when this chick said that validation from brothers, it means nothing. It's not really it's not really a great service to them. Here's the narrative I'm hearing, that the women who talk like that, they are the select women, which actually not true. Like the chicks who was talking like that, they're not the select chicks, not necessary. Again, I've seen a whole bunch of receipts on the internet, and the chicks that I see these brothers with, they don't look like they the bottom of the barrel. Trust me. The chicks that mad bus driver be showing, they don't look like they the bottom of the barrel. See, do they look at the bottom of the barrel? Hell no. People just want to believe in these narratives, certain narratives and shit, because they already had their mind made up on how they feel about a certain topic or certain narratives and stuff, certain issues, and they already had their mind made up. And it's a mad fact, they're starting to be more blatant about it. They're starting to speak up. These chicks, like Princess Peaches and these other chicks, they're starting to speak up. I'm sorry, man. I just hear a lot of penis police on. When I hear, oh, stay away from Salmon, stay away from Peaches, stay away from Android 18, and give somebody, and get with somebody from Africa or somebody with African descent, that's just code word for penis police, man. That's just how I feel. Sorry, but I'm not staying away from Salmons. I'm sure as hell not staying away from Android 18. Forget all that noise. I ain't staying away from Maria. I'm not staying away from Hinata, Hinabi. who's Choji, who his daughter is again. I forgot her name from Boruto. An adult version of her. I'm not staying away from her either. I'm not staying away from Lucy. I'm not staying away from freaking Rukia. You get my point. It is what it is. At the end of the day, look, I understand where people are coming from, but at the same time, no. It's like they're trying to say because there's a lot of anti-black. If there's people that got anti-black views and stuff, that means you gotta stay away from them. At the end of the day, it's really about somebody's experience. Just because you might experience some anti-blackness don't mean that every brother's going to have that same experience. At the end of the day, you got to find out for yourself. And it takes that first step. I like to give a shout out to Sitma Jones and Kirigaki Jones for that statement. You got to find out for yourself. Everybody's not going to have the same experience. But this is all I wanted to say. And I'm out.